On a busy walkway in a bustling market, an elderly blind man sat quietly. He held a sense of calm amidst the rush of people moving around him. In front of him lay an old, worn hat with only a few scattered coins inside. Beside him was a small sign that read, "I am blind. Please help me." People passed by, hurrying to their destinations. Most didn't even glance at the old man, and the few who did seemed to hesitate before continuing on their way. The coins in his hat remained few and far between, a stark contrast to the bustling energy of the market. One morning, as the sun rose and painted the market in soft hues of gold, a young woman on her way to work noticed the blind man. She was dressed in a neat suit, her pace brisk yet purposeful. As she passed him, something made her pause. She reached into her pocket, took out some coins, and gently dropped them into his hat. As she began to walk away, her eyes caught the small sign beside him. She stopped, her thoughts lingering. The words on the sign were straightforward, but they didn't seem to convey the depth of the man's situation. After a moment of contemplation, she walked back to him. "Excuse me," she said softly. "Do you mind if I make a small change to your sign?" The old man turned his head slightly toward her voice. "Go ahead," he replied, his voice carrying both gratitude and curiosity. The woman knelt down, picked up the sign, and turned it over. From her bag, she pulled out a marker and began writing carefully. Her expression was thoughtful, and her hand moved with precision. After finishing, she placed the sign where it was clearly visible to everyone passing by. She smiled at the old man, though she knew he couldn't see her, and said, "Take care," before heading off to work. As the day unfolded, something remarkable began to happen. Passers-by, who previously walked by with indifference, started to slow down when they saw the sign. Many stopped entirely, reached into their pockets, and added coins or even bills to the blind man's hat. Some smiled as they walked away, seemingly touched by what they had read. By the afternoon, the old man's hat was brimming with money, more than he had ever received in a single day. The sound of coins dropping into his hat and the occasional kind word filled his ears, bringing warmth to his heart. That evening, as the young woman returned from work, the blind man recognized her footsteps. His sense of hearing had grown sharp over the years, compensating for his lack of sight. He called out to her, his voice tinged with emotion. "Excuse me," he said. "Were you the one who changed my sign this morning?" The woman stopped and turned toward him. "Yes, that was me," she said gently. The blind man's face lit up with a mixture of gratitude and wonder. "I've never received so many donations before. What did you write?" The woman knelt beside him and placed a reassuring hand on his arm. "I didn't change the truth," she explained. "I just expressed it in a different way. Your sign said, 'I am blind. Please help me.' I wrote, 'It's a beautiful day, and I cannot see it.'" For a moment, the blind man was silent, letting the words sink in. "It's a beautiful day," he repeated softly, a smile spreading across his face. The woman continued, "Words are powerful. The way we express something can change how people see it. Your original message was true, but it didn't connect with their hearts. When I reminded them of the beauty around them and how you couldn't experience it, it stirred their empathy. This simple yet profound moment serves as a reminder of the immense power of words." The young woman's thoughtful choice of words transformed not just the old man's day, but also the hearts of those who passed by. Words are more than just tools of communication, they shape how we think, feel, and act. A single phrase can inspire generosity, evoke emotions, or spark a change. Whether spoken aloud or kept as an inner dialogue, words have the power to uplift or discourage. When we choose words with care, they can build bridges of understanding, heal wounds, and create connections. But if we are careless, our words can harm, divide, and diminish the value of our relationships. The story of the blind man and the young woman teaches us to be mindful of the words we use. By choosing kindness and thoughtfulness in our expression, we can bring light and positivity not only to others but also to ourselves. So, let every word you speak or write carry the power to inspire, heal, and connect.